Hey everybody, how's it going? Frabasaur here with Shoryuken.com's 5-Minute Focus. And today we are diving into DBZ with one of the best on the scene, Tatsunical. Tatsunical, why don't you go ahead and give the people just a quick little background to your experience and where you're coming from.
Hi, so my name's Tatsu. I've been playing fighting games competitively since about 2008, when Street Fighter 4 came out in the arcades. I'm from Southern California, so we have a pretty strong scene here. And yeah, the games I've played competitively are Street Fighter 4, MVC3, and Cross Tekken.
Awesome. So you have quickly jumped out as one of the top players in DBFZ, Dragon Ball FighterZ. There's obviously much more than just, oh, well, I happen to be out front. As we've discovered the tech, we know that there are people that are aspects of the game are clicking with certain people, and that's why we see them consistently performing well, like you with Wednesday Night Fights and being quite high ranked online. So thanks for taking a moment to sit down with us and help us all out. So question number one, and I think this is probably the most foreign concept to anybody not coming from a versus series or something like that, and that's assists. These things just are total game changers. And even if you are coming from something like Marvel, DBZ assists and Marvel assists are definitely not the exact same thing. So why don't you help us out if you could give kind of a crash course on how you should actually be using your assists in this game.
So assist usage in this game has a lot to do with just getting the other guy to block. If you can get your opponent to block, then you can start your offense, and assists are paramount to that. You know, you can call an assist, and then like a neutral, for example, get the other player to block, and then that's your opening. That's when you go in. That's when you can apply your mix-ups. And sometimes, depending on the assist as well, actually, with the way this game plays out, the assists can sometimes actually cover the screen in a lot of explosions and effects that make it really difficult to see what's happening. And now that may sound really like a dirty scratch, but like it's actually how the game's been playing out at high level for the most part. It's like you just call an assist, explosions cover on the screen, and then your character gets hit because you know you don't know what happened. Like the other guy did something in between the time that the assist was making you block, and then now you're just eating a combo.
That's kind of like, that's a good kind of 10,000 foot view, is that I need to use my assists, and that's probably just one usage. You see them used in making moves safe, right? Continuing offensive pressure, so ending your pressure in an unsafe or just a non-punishable but not plus special move, calling the assist at the same time so you can keep going and extending combos. But this very intriguing aspect, because I think people can grasp, like, oh, you know, call the assist as soon as I knock the person down. That makes sense, right? Or learn the YouTube combo that calls my assist. Simple. I think what's really differentiating high-level players from just people that are jumping in is how they do that assist usage in neutral to create openings. So more specifically, walk us through that aspect of the game.
So the thing to understand about neutral in this game is that you want to be constantly moving. You want to be a moving target, and you want to make it really difficult for the other guy to hit you. And so a lot of that revolves around just being able to bait out the other opponent's assists while also trying to get yours to land. And let's say we're both in neutral, and both players have like a Vegeta assist, one of the strongest assists in the game right now, considered by many to be one of the strongest. And so player 1 baits player 2 to use a Vegeta assist, but it completely whips. Now player 1 still has a Vegeta assist, and they can go in knowing that they've already baited the assist out. And now it's like they can. There's a lot more leeway and like less pressure on them. They have more offensive momentum at this point, and so there's also that aspect in the neutral game for this game. It's like assists play such a huge part of it, and you know, just being able to use a combination of movement and assists is really important in summary.
Okay, so let me see if I can, if I'm translating correctly what you're putting out there. Because something that I've heard but never really understood is that actual that influence of baiting assist and assist play in versus games or assist-based games, right? And why it's so important to not call assists first unless you know they're going to hit, right, and force them to block. You're saying in neutral, that's what you want. I got to make you block so I can get offense. So the point of, right, playing around assists almost kind of like they're a projectile, right? If you were just in a regular one-on-one fight, playing around your assist as an extension of your range, like an extended normal or a fireball you have. And if I can bait that, since that has a huge cooldown rather than you can just use it again, I can now come in knowing that you can't defensively call your assist. So in response to my movement in, not try to actually you punish me, but let your assist do the punishing while you keep yourself safe.
Exactly, and we can see that in a lot of players' plays where they'll just jump forward with their point character and call an assist. Like, they don't actually have to do any of the attack. They're just using the assist as an extension of their character to create the offense for them. Maybe you can think of it as just, it's something that just goes on cooldown. It's something that you blow and then you don't get to use it for a while. And so when you do want to use it, like, you want to make it count.
And the interplay between trying to offset your assist calls so that the cooldown of the first one is ending by the time you've just finished using the second one, so that your first one's ready and reloaded again. And if you don't have that, you don't have anything in between your calls. You call and then that thing's gone for a good 5 game seconds. So yeah, I get what you're getting at. I think maybe the most perspective shifting thing then, other than, because it's, I think most people can copy the YouTube combo of, you know, an assist combo extension, and the idea of knock someone down and put the assist on their head and then jump on them or something like that. That's not too hard to get your head around, and people can start doing it off the bat. I think this idea of thinking of it as a way of not using yourself, your actual character, in neutral to do offensive and defensive things. So I can have it, oh, this guy's coming in, let me just call the assist and block. I'll keep myself safe, and if he overextends, my assist is going to hold him for me and then I'm going to get him. Or I'm going to jump in with this assist covering my back so that when he tries to stop me, he's going to eat a big fat assist.
Precisely. Those are all super effective strategies in the current meta.
Alright, well, awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. I think this was really helpful, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yep, thank you, man.
Alright, see you.